That's the testing. All right, shalom, everybody. Shalom. All praise to the Most High. Everybody made it here safely. You know, everybody here that's supposed to be here, that the Lord govern. You know, because it says the Lord directs our steps, right? You know, so we all here. We thankful that the Most High put it on our spirit to be keeping feast day. Because, you know, the Lord could have directed any of us to be, you know, reprobate mind, anything, not seeing that the Passover is not important. You know, a lot of people think that you don't have to keep these feast days in the land of your captivity. But that's, according to the scriptures, that's not how the way that things, that's not the way that the Lord governs things to be. Right? So I'm going to have the brother kick it off with a scripture, you know, and then we're going to jump into the 10 plagues. You know, we're going to jump into the 10 plagues of Egypt, and then the of the Passover, and we're going to let the Spirit flow from there. Everybody is going to get anointed. You know, we're going to throw up the prayer, and then we're going to eat the Passover, eat, drink, and be merry, as the Lord says. All right? Come.
This is Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourself together. Yeah, gather yourself together, O nation, not desire. This is verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Verse 3. Yeah, that's it on that. I want everybody to stand up for the Lord, man. Right? This is the Passover, right? Yeah. We're supposed to be out here, you know, being married and you know, congregating with each other, right? And I'm going to pass it to the next mighty speaker, right? It's YLK and the angel of YAHAWAH, right? You got it? I got you.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, and verse 21. And Yahweh said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden Pharaoh, I will harden his heart, Salakia, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I shall say unto thee, let my people go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
That's right. That's right.
This is Exodus chapter 7 from the top.
Bring it out.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he shall send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. So now we're about to see all the wonders that he did in the sight of the Israelites. This was all about so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and what he did to get us out of there, and all the wonders that he showed and did in Egypt. So we're about to show y'all some right now. We're going to get right into it.
All right, so as the brother just read, the Lord already had a plan to harden Pharaoh's heart. You know, I'm going to bring out this quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 21 from the top. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the of water he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right? So it said the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. The Most High controls the way that these kings think. You know, the Most High is the one that makes Joe Biden start stuttering when he up there on the podium. That's right. The Most High is the one that made Trump say all of that racist stuff, you know, when he came out and he gives every speech. The Most High is the one that hardens all of our hearts, and the Most High is the one that softens all of our hearts at the same time. Right? So you go ahead, brother.
Now, get this first plague. So this is the first plague that he did to show his power in Egypt. This is Exodus chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 19. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, and say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch out thy hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all the pools of water, that they may become blood, that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so as Yahweh commanded, and he lifted up the rod, and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And all the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river. And there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt.
Right, and if anybody is a historian, you would know that in this time, Egypt was one of the greatest civilizations on the planet. They even say that right now. It's even greater than America. The way it was ran, the way it was set up, you know, how their civilization was. Right? The same cause have I raised thee up. You know, in Romans chapter 9. You know, the Most High, he had them be that great civilization, you know, just for him to show his power. And this is the beginning of him showing his power. First, he attacked, you know what, most of the time back then, your food supply came from the water. You know, you had a lot of fishermen. You know, you had a lot of people that would go out on those boats and they would use those giant nets to try to bring in all the fish and the market men and all of that. Right, so the Most High knew exactly how to attack this society to make them, you know, start trickling down and to cause their downfall. Right, brother, got the next plague?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 8, 5. And Yahawah spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came and covered the land of Egypt.
So the second plague, first you had all the rivers and the waters turned into blood. Then the Most High caused frogs to come upon all the land of Egypt. Brothers got the third plague? All right, bring it up.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 9 and verse 21. Then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand towards heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, darkness which may even be felt. So Moses stretched out his hand towards heaven, and there was thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. Verse 23. They did not see one another, nor did anyone rise from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings.
Right. So all the children of Israel, and we dwelt, if you read back in Genesis, from the, I believe it's the 49th chapter, we dwelt in the land of Goshen. We had our own little segment in the land of Egypt, right? Because they didn't want to be around us because we were sheep herders, right? And the sheep is an abomination unto the Egyptians, right? So we had the land of Goshen, and the Lord said, everywhere where we were, you know, in our land, there was light. But wherever the Egyptians were, they were dwelling in darkness. And that darkness wasn't just regular darkness. Can brothers bring Wisdom of Solomon? I believe I want the 17th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. Yo, start at verse 2.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 2. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation.
Right, these unrighteous men, speaking about the Egyptians, when they thought to oppress the holy nation, us, the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Keep going.
They being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the external providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness.
Right, they were scattered under a dark veil. Keep going.
Being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
Right, so they were seeing strange apparitions in that darkness. Imagine being in the darkness, right? You can't see anything, but you're hearing sounds all around you. You're hearing stampedes go. You're hearing people yell, ah! You know, you're hearing weird sounds. You know, you're frightened, you don't know where it's coming from. That's the terror that the Most High was putting on the Egyptians. That's why they call him Al-Shaja, the terrible and demon-like power. Right? It was more on that? Or that was it? Keep going.
Verse 4, for neither might the corner that held them kept them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances.
Right, so he was even making them have visions, man. He was terrorizing those heathens. Right, so we can go to the next plague unless brothers had another point.
It was really more, because Cole kind of jumped to the darkness, so I just really want to get it was other things before the darkness. The darkness was one of those one when he just started to hit real hard. But before the darkness, like after the water, he hit them. I just want to just kind of breeze through. He hit them with frogs. So frogs was all through the land. You know, lice came after that. They was plagued with lice all over their hairs. Flies then came. Then he did a sign where he killed all the cattle of the Egyptians, but all the cattle of the Israelites were safe and sound. So they were still eating. They still had power. They still had lights. They had all these things. Then boils and blisters came on all the Egyptians. So it's just showing this many times. And every time that he did this, the Most High was hardening the Pharaoh's heart that he would not let him go. Because from the beginning, he said, Israel is my firstborn son. So for the simple fact that they did not want to let us go, the plan was to drop his son anyway. The Most High is a master chess. That's how I like to say it. He was setting him up really the whole time for that play. And you know, then after the bulls and blisters, there was hail that was mixed with like fire falling from the sky. This is in Egypt. You gotta think this is in a desert land and stuff like this is happening. You have to know, and I mean, look at the times now. And I also want to equate that we are doing this Passover because we are in New Egypt. This is New Egypt. If you got $1 in your pocket, look at the back of your dollar. There's a pyramid on the back of it. They know where we are. We are the children of Israel in the land of our oppressors. This is happening all over again. And he said, we're not even going to talk about the old Passover anymore. We're going to talk about this one. And this could possibly be our last one. So that's why we're going over this for the people that might not have heard it before or anything like that. You know, and after that, it was the hail, and it was the locust, and then the darkness came. And I believe you got something else.
I got the locust. This is the book of Exodus chapter 10 and verse 12. And Yahawah said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. In verse 13, and Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and Yahawah brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they before them. There were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such.
Right, so the Most High caused locusts to come and eat all the crops of the Egyptians, man. Right, brothers, got the next one?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 22. And Yahawah said unto Moses, stretch forth thy hand towards heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod towards heaven. And Yahawah sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and Yahawah rained hail upon the land of Egypt.
Right, so the Most High rained fire and hail upon the land of Egypt. That's something similar how he's going to come back, how he's going to send his son, Yahweh Shai, to do to America. That's right. So like, can brothers grab me, let's more on that. Okay, can brothers grab me Isaiah 66 and 17?
And continue on, verse 24. So there was hail, and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation.
Right? Got it? No. Okay, Con, okay, all right, bring it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 17. Those who sanctify themselves and purify.
Okay, jump up to verse 16, my bad. 15, my bad.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword the Lord will judge all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right. So the Lord is going to come with fire, and it says by fire and his sword will the Lord judge all flesh. That's what's coming to America. Right, that's what's coming to Babylon the Great. That's what we hoping is coming real soon, man. Right, because we tired of being here. We tired of being oppressed, man. Right, brothers have. Okay, bring it up.
Well, yeah, I guess that
was more. Yeah, that was the main part. Yeah. Bring it up.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. It's a lot. In verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it.
Right, so, and that ancient civilization of Egypt was already torn down. So this is speaking about the new Egypt, right? This is speaking about America, like the brother said. You see it on the back of your dollar bill. You know, you see it in Vegas. They got that, what is that called? The monument. You know, and they have the pyramids in Vegas. Like, they try to remodel this place all after the ancient Egypt, man. Right? Bring that up.
You got a precept? I want to get the little precept of Jeremiah real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 15. But Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahawah, and they shall fish them. And I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is there iniquity hid from my eyes. I was trying to get to the point.
Go to 14.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days cometh, saith Yahawah, that it shall nowhere be said that Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Right, so there's, in the kingdom, there's going to be no more talk of the Passover, the way we keep it now. The Lord is going to have us a new feast day. And that's going to be the feast day that the Lord gave us from the destruction of America, us going up into the chariots and being dropped down into the second wilderness, man. Right? And then entering into our kingdom, right? After being passed under the rod. You say you had the precept? Bring it up.
This is Exodus 11 and 8. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger, and the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land.
Right, so once again, it was all according to the Most High's plan. Right, for him to harden Pharaoh's heart and not let us go, so Most High can bring those 10 plagues. Right?
Got a quick precept. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 in the NLT. And starting at verse 1. Destruction is certain for rebellious children, says Yahawah. You make plans that are contrary to my will. You weave a web of plans that are not from my spirit, thus piling up your sins. For without consulting me, you have gone down to Egypt to find help. You have put your trust in Pharaoh for his protection. But in trusting in Pharaoh, you will be humiliated and disgraced.
Right. That's right. Because a lot of our people, they want to trust in American society. That's right. Right? They want to go out and vote. They say, you know, how can we fix the hood? People don't understand that no matter what president or government official you elect, the hood stay the same. That's right. Matter of fact, it don't even stay the same, it get worse. Yeah. You know, so it's like, we gotta, like it says in Lamentations, I believe that's 2 and 15. As for us, our eyes yet fail for our vain help. And our watching, we watch for a nation that cannot save us. Because this nation cannot save us. We were sent here to serve our captivity. That's all we're gonna get from it is captivity. Right? Until this place gets destroyed. Because it's the Lord that's our true redeemer. Right? We can't trust in man. Okay, come on, we're gonna get the precept.
Just the book of Matthew chapter 26 and verse 26. And as they were eating, Yahawah took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the new cup, for the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the wine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
Right? He said he's not going to drink wine until he drinks it new with us in the kingdom. Right? All of that goes to show that this is a covenant and that we're keeping with the Most High. Right now, we're still in the old covenant, contrary to other people's beliefs. We're still in the old covenant. Right? We won't enter into that new covenant until we enter to the second wilderness. And like the Lord says in Ezekiel 20 and verse 33 on down, we pass under the rod, man. Exactly. Right? All that has to happen. Right? It's a chain of events that has to transpire and take place. Right? Okay.
Something. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10, just to go into what my brother said. America can't save us, so woe to them that trust in Pharaoh and in his place. And it reads, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction.
Right. This place is going to destroy you. If you put your trust in America, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it onto those chariots because why? You're trusting in man. You're trusting in this society to save you. You want to focus on trying to make it in with what they call the American dream. You want to make it in a rap game. You want to be a basketball player, artist. Ain't nothing wrong with having goals for yourself, but it's a set your affections upon what's above, right? Set your affections upon the kingdom, and that's what that's where our mind is supposed to be at, right? Brothers got that last play. Okay, the boys. Okay, we got two more.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 8. And it says, and Yahawah said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards the heavens in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt. And they took the ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up towards heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts.
Right, so the Most High had boils break out all in the land of Egypt. And you got a similar plague like that coming to America in the book of Revelation, I believe it's chapter 16, verse 9. Those that take the mark of the beast. You're going to have a grievous sore, and they're going to have wounds all over them. From the radiation and from everything that comes with, taking that chip, right? You had a point, right?
All right, Mike, let's go on what you was talking about, like trusting and oppression, right? Because we got to trust in each other. We got to trust in our God. Too many people be trusting in, the government, hoping that, they're going to bail us out. I got a precept. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. It reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he is also wise and will bring evil, right? Because people believe in free will, but they don't understand that the Lord is bringing all this evil, right? People dropping dead in the streets. It's not Satan, it's the Lord that's doing that, right? It says, and I will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity, right? And it's the point. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit, right? So we got to trust in the Most High, right? Zephaniah 2 and 1 say what? Gather yourselves together. Look at us right here, man. We all know where we came from. We know where we came from a few months ago. Where we are right now. Look at this turnout. This is an amazing turnout, man. Everybody thought that, it was about to be over with, but here we go. You feel me? Holding our own Passover, doing what we supposed to do in righteousness, man. You feel me? We're going to keep on keeping on. We're going to keep on stepping. I posted on Facebook earlier, I said, at the end of the day got to end. And this is how this day is ending right here, man. In unity, in love, and brotherhood, and family. This is family right here. Y'all don't got to be my blood to be, you feel me? We family. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And we're going to keep on doing this. We're going to keep on moving. We're going to keep on loving each other. So like I got one precept. Can you pull out 2 Corinthians 10? Right? Because we got to remember why we're here. We have to remember why we're here. We got to remember what we're doing. Yes, sir. Read that.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 from the top. Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you.
Yes, sir. Bring that out.
1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the...
It said who?
All our fathers.
It said all our fathers, man. So we been doing this, right? We have forgotten who we are. They call us what? The lost tribe. We forgot who we were, right? The family of the word came then. We forgot who we was. 500 years we've been calling ourselves black, We be calling ourselves Indians, we be calling ourselves Mexicans, Haitians, we be calling ourselves all this except for the true children of Israel, the Jews, right? The best people on the face of this earth. You feel me? And we got to start walking in that way, right? I was talking to my wife last night, and she said, you have to believe that you're a great man. You got to believe that you're a great woman. You got to believe that you're great, right? Because when we believe that we're great, I mean, we getting the fuck up out of here, man. We gone. You feel me? We don't gotta know. Listen, we don't gotta pay taxes no more. Our kids don't gotta worry about going outside and getting kidnapped. Right? We don't gotta be eating all this poison. You feel me? We just living in righteousness if we do what we supposed to do. What you gotta say?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was thinking about the belief, but I ain't gonna lie. We gotta do more than believe. We gotta know it. We gotta know. There's a difference when you believe in God and when you know Him. You know what I mean? So we have to know that we are these children. We have to know that we're doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. We got to know that the Lord said, if we're doing everything we're going to do, He said, His servants shall eat. We're going to be covered. We have to know that we're going to be covered. If we're doing everything we're supposed to do, we have nothing to worry about at all. And that's it. That's what I want to say. We're going to finish this up and we're going to enjoy, you know what I mean, ourselves.
My bad. I wouldn't even plan on talking today. It's the spirit that just, you feel me? But, you know, I'm glad that we're doing this, you feel me? I'm, you know, seeing my daughter and my wife, my mom, everybody here, you feel me? That's a beautiful thing. You know, this turnout is great. And I hope that, you know, Lord willing, this is the last Passover in America. Lord willing, but you feel me? I pray that, you know, if it's y'all first Passover or second Passover, whatever, I pray that y'all keep on remembering these feast days. Y'all don't just do this because, you know, you do it with a clean, open heart. And we do this and we make this something that our kids can enjoy. You feel me? My brother that passed away a few years ago, Daniela, he took me to, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, they make that shit lit. We gotta make Passovers, Tabernacles, Hanukkah, we gotta make all of this lit for the kids so that they don't care about birthdays. They don't care about Thanksgiving and holiday. I don't care about that, man. All that's bullshit. At the end of the day, we're gonna do what we supposed to do, and we're gonna let the lame ass people do what they do, man. We're gonna continue doing what we do. Alright? And that's all I gotta say. Shalom.
Yo, before we go, hey, can y'all go ahead and read one precept that I want y'all to read up there, and that's second Ezra 6 through 9. Just to finish it all out.
What is it?
Second Ezra 6 through 9. Because that's what's coming next for sure. I ain't got my apartment. So anybody
this is where we go.
You the MC.
My boy got E-burn. Let my boy bring it. Then we gonna go right into it. No, this was necessary.
This is second Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, which is us, is the beginning of it that follow. Hey, we got next. You know, as brothers commonly say, we got next. Right? The next kingdom is ours, and we not ever coming out of power, man. As it says in Daniel 2:44, the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It's only gonna be ours. Ain't nobody else ain't gonna be no joint rulership. All the heathens, they gonna be under our feet, man. Right? Under our feet, under our subjection. Right?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 126, and from the top. When Yahawah turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahawah hath done great things for them. Yahawah hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad.
Right. The heathen gonna be, look, it says in second Ezra, the heathen shall envy thee, man. The heathen gonna envy us. Because they gonna be looking at us. Hey, how it describes the kingdom in the book of Revelation. How the streets paved with gold. You know, how all the walls is high and all that. How we gonna be dressed in glorious and warlike apparel. You know, our women, they gonna be all virtuous and with beautiful garments and beautiful jewelry on. You know, the heathen, beautiful hair, everything, man. You know, they gonna be envious toward us, and it's gonna be like a dream. You know, it's gonna be like a dream how we came out of this captivity. Because right now we're dreaming about it right now. Yeah. You know, we dream about, people have dreams about the kingdom all the time. That's right. You know, and look, we wake up right back in captivity. You know, it'd be crazy, you know. Yeah, purgatory.
This is Obadiah 1:18.
In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble.
The house of Esau shall be stubble. There's more on that, right?
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
Hey, show of hands, how many people ready for a world without the so-called white man? And we should have two hands up, man. You know, we should have two hands up. Right, with a foot, like the brother said. Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, and it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. That's the point. We're going to be gathered together. We got to come back. Reconciliation. If you have any aught with anybody, you need to be making that shit up before you eat this lamb. Get that hate out your heart, for real. Right? It said, and appoint themselves one head, who is YAHAWAH Mashiach, and they shall come out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel, right? So we got to anticipate that. We got to understand that we got a great thing coming. It's going to be a lot worse before it get better, but we gotta go through that. Right. All right, go ahead.
And if we don't see what's going on in the world today, man, we bringing this world down, man.
That's right.
We're bringing this world down. Look around you, man. Yeah. I just seen some on Detroit news today, and 400 blue collar, white collar employees just got fired, man. The white collar is the damn white people. So they whole structure is crumbling, but they trying to, hold it together. And at the same time, they're trying to brainwash us to think that it is together. So, man, we gotta just keep this faith and keep on enduring to the end, man. We seeing it. And I don't even get my brothers is like leaving this truth, because we literally seeing it, man. Right? We literally seeing this thing, man. No doubt.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
God. They ain't gonna be able to do anything against us, man. Right? They labeling us a hate group, and all we got is love, man. All we got is love. We just dislike the actions of these other nations of what they done to us, man. Right? You got some, brother? No doubt.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 from the top. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, in a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How was he numbered among the children of God, and his lot among the saints?
And guess what? That's happening nowadays, man. That's happening right now. When they see us with these fringes, when they see us with these zeets, this is what they think of us, right? They're like, damn, we labeled them monkeys. We labeled them damn, imbeciles, right? We labeled them people from Africa, right? We up in this Passover because of the damn Africans, right? We in this Passover because of the Africans, but they label us African and label us monkeys, man. But when they see us standing on our feet as this exceeding great army, this is a slap in their face, man. Right? You got something?
We was gonna get back to we got one last plague, right? Firstborn, death of the firstborn.
Yeah, gotta get that.
Right, then we're gonna get the ordinance of the Passover, right?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and from the top. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house.
And also right there, that let you know this is the starts the new year. What's new about wintertime? Everything dies then, but everything comes to life in the spring. So this is really the new year right now. I just want to emphasize that. The Bible tells us our seasons and times.
Verse 12. Verse 12. And it says, For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahawah. The blood shall be unto you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Right, so we took that blood of the lamb and we stroked it upon the doorpost, right? And that was, Slaki, what is that in Wisdom of Solomon, I believe it's chapter 4, where it says Yahawah, the almighty word, leaped down. I believe that's chapter 4. Because that spirit that came down, right, to smite all the firstborn, that was Yahawah, right? I believe that's chapter 4. It's somewhere, it's in chapter 4. Well, Salakia. It says the almighty word, leaped down from the throne and came to smote all the firstborn in Egypt. That shows that that was Yahawah, that spirit that came. Right? Salakia, you keep going on.
I'm going to start at verse 23. It says, For Yahweh will pass through and smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, Yahweh will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses and smite you.
Brother found the precepts, like it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, 18 and 15. Thy almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of the land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood on the earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams.
Okay, that's it on that, right? Go ahead, bring that out.
Thee and to thy sons forever. It shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahweh will give thee according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by the service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt. It's chapter 23 and verse 4. It says, Are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. And the 14th day of the first month at even is Yahweh's Passover.
Right, that's where we at right now. We at the 14th day of the first month at even, and this is the Lord's Passover. Right, keep going.
It says, And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Right, so tomorrow night we'll start the feast of unleavened bread. Right, 7 days we are to eat unleavened bread. Right, and you shall have no leaven in your house. Right, if you haven't got the leaven out of your house by tonight, hey, make sure when you get home, you get all that leaven out. Right?
And the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall